To the surprise of no one, Apple announced a couple of new iPad products, including the new iPad Pro. But in today's video, I kind of want to focus on the one that I'm actually more excited about, and that is the 10th generation iPad. So here's everything you need to know about the brand new 10th gen iPad. Starting off with the price, the 10th gen iPad comes in at $449, which is definitely a price bump from the previous years. In Canada though, this thing costs $599 and then $799 for the 256, which is most likely the one I'm gonna get. Moving on to the storage, like I mentioned, there is a 64 gig version and a 256 gig version. There is no middle ground, which would be perfect for me, a 128 gig version. For the base price, you get the 64 gig version, and then you can pay a little bit extra, as I mentioned, to upgrade to the 256. Let's talk about the design. This is something that we've expected for a while, that there would be a redesign. It is the 10th generation of this iPad. Kind of hard to believe it's already been 10 years, but yeah, it's been 10 years since they introduced that model. First of all, it comes in a few different colors. It comes in pink, blue, silver, and yellow. And the one that I'm probably gonna get is the blue version. I definitely like the newer blue iPads that Apple have been releasing. And yeah, the blue on this looks really good, but I also like the yellow. So I don't know, I'm deciding between the blue and the yellow. Let me know down below in the comments which one I should go with or which one you're gonna go with. Apple has actually updated the design of the new iPads to make it look more similar to the newer and more modern iPads, such as the iPad Air 4 and the iPad Pro. So you're gonna get a very squared off look with the all screen display. There's no circular Touch ID at the front that we found before. Instead, that's moved to the side, similar to how it is on the iPad Air 5. As I mentioned, it has an all screen display, and this display comes in at 10.9 inches, and it's also a liquid retina display. You're gonna get a very nice display on this unit compared to the previous ones. But speaking of the previous ones, that had no laminated display. And to my surprise, the display on this one is not laminated as well. There is actually a gap between the layers of the screen. I don't really know how I feel about that. In the previous generation, they did a good job hiding it. So I feel like they're probably gonna do a similar thing, and it's probably not gonna be noticeable. But the only way to tell is for me to get my hands on it, and I will, so make sure to subscribe if you want more iPad content. The biggest thing for me with this new iPad is the fact that it now has USB-C, which I've been waiting for on all of my Apple devices, but I'll save that for another video. But yeah, this one has USB-C, which means that you can connect extra peripherals, I don't know how to say it, extra things such as cameras, extra storage space, and you can connect it to the iPad, and that means no lightning. Speaking of lightning and USB-C, this generation works with the first generation Apple Pencil. That's right, it does not work with the second generation Apple Pencil. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's about time, bro. The brand new iPad 10th gen actually uses the A14 chip, which is the same as the iPhone 12. So if you use that phone, you're gonna get the same experience. And personally speaking, something that I say in all my videos, at this point, all chips are just chips. The speed and power feel the same no matter what you use. However, one downside that you might want to consider is if you really wanted the new multi-window support, you're probably not going to get that. Those are still reserved for the M1 and probably any M2 iPads that are coming in the future. In terms of battery, the new iPad 10th gen comes in at 10 hours of battery life. Same thing as before, and basically every other iPad, I'm pretty sure they're all 10 hours. So you're gonna get an all-day iPad, which is very beneficial if you're gonna have some long days out. So what version am I gonna buy? Like I mentioned, I'm either going for the blue or the yellow version, upgraded to the 256 gig. Let me know down below your thoughts on the new iPad, or if you have any questions about it. I'll do my best. Let's get a conversation going. If you found the video useful though, also don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. I have a lot more iPad content coming up, so make sure to stay tuned for that.